Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing the first video in my brand new college advice series. So if you guys go to university or college, or if you're in high school looking to go to college, hopefully these videos may help you out a bit. So I've done 3 years worth of my college university life, both in New Zealand and America. So I have quite a bit of experience with a whole bunch of different things. So I wanted to start making these videos to help you guys out as well. So just before I get into the video, I would love to know what you guys are currently doing. If you're in high school, if you're in college, if you're in full-time work, if you're just traveling the world, what you're doing, I would love to know. So let me know down in the comments below, and also feel free to leave any video requests you guys have as well. I'm probably going to be doing a bunch of different videos, things like how to get an internship, how to save money in college, things you need to pack for college, tips on like partying and making friends and classes and what to bring and just all of that stuff. Give this video a thumbs up if you do enjoy, and yeah, let's get into it. Basically, I've come up with a list that I wish I knew before I went to university. There's just a few things that you kind of only learn from experience and people don't really tell you before you start, and it would be super handy to actually know these things. So this will pretty much help you out if you're just going into college and you're new to college, but maybe if you're in your 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 10th, millionth, I don't know, whatever year, it might still be applicable to you because I've been learning new things every year. Looking back on my first year uni experience now, I would say one of the big things is don't be quick to judge and keep an open mind. A lot of people, including myself, move to a new city, could be across the other side of the country or really far away from your hometown. It's your first taste of adulthood, so you kind of get a whole bunch of mixed emotions. You have new people, you've got excitement, but at the same time you're confused, you've got all these responsibilities and commitments you're trying to take on all at once. So at the start it can just seem super overwhelming. You don't know if you've made the right decision or really what you're doing, and it seems like all your other friends are so confident in what they're doing, but honestly, trust me, no one knows what the heck they're doing, okay? We're all just trying to figure things out. Everyone in your university are going to have to go through this adjustment period, and they will struggle with certain things, whether it looks like it or not. So you're all in the same boat, but things will get better and things will fall into place and you will get more comfortable with your surroundings and uni life, and everything will just work out how it's supposed to. So just make sure you give it a really fair chance. Ask for help when you need it. So coming from high school and then the transition to university, it's so different. You have no one like constantly monitoring you anymore. You've only got a few hours a week in class, and it's like, what the heck do you do with all the rest of this time? But honestly, you need it. You're gonna need it. You have a lot of responsibility to take on yourself, and yeah, this can be hard when you know, your teacher isn't reminding you when the next assignment is due all the time, and you can kind of feel a little bit alone. But the thing is, you have to remember is that you're not alone. It is a little bit intimidating at first, but after you get to know your professors and your tutors a little more, they'll be more than happy to answer any questions you have at all about anything. You can go into their office hours. At the start, I never wanted to do this. I was like, is it even necessary? And it just kind of freaked me out. But honestly, it can be really beneficial. So reach out to your professors. There's so many support services at your university, whether that be anything from counseling to career advice to like your RAs. Reach out to your classmates, reach out to anyone. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't be in a rush to buy your textbooks, okay? I'm so guilty of this. So in my first year of uni, I was doing a commerce degree and I hadn't really taken many business subjects in high school, so I was so freaking scared about having to take economics. So the second I found out what all my required textbooks were, I just really wanted to run to the bookstore, buy all of them and just start reading, start studying. I know I'm such a little nerd, but I just really wanted to get on top of things before the semester started. And while this isn't a bad thing, it's great to be organized, it's just not really that necessary. So what you want to do is you want to wait until the first couple of weeks of your classes have actually started, and then your professors are going to take you through what the required textbooks are, and you can talk to people in your own year, in the 2nd year, 3rd year above you, and and they'll give you advice on if you actually need them or not. Even though there are required texts for most classes, you seriously do not always need them. So your professor will let you know if it's a must do, you absolutely need this book to pass, or maybe you can get away with the previous edition that's going to be, you know, half the price because textbooks are crazy expensive. Or maybe you'll find someone and you can photocopy their book, or you may not even need the reading, or they may suggest other readings for you as well. For most universities, they've got like Facebook pages for secondhand books, and that has honestly just saved my life because textbooks new, some of them are like $500, and like, no. Hold out on the textbooks until you know best. Pull out the student card whenever you can and make the most of all those student deals. You won't even realize it, but so many places have student discounts. Wherever you're going, whether you're going to a restaurant, going to the movies, clothes shopping, just ask them at the counter, do you guys have a student discount here? You know, a lot of the time they actually do, so you might as well save as many dollars as you can. Join clubs and attend on-campus events. Now, I know this one is pretty generic, like everyone's gonna tell you, oh, join clubs, it's how you make friends, and you're like, I don't know. But honestly, just joining a couple of clubs that have interested me has actually made me some really good friends that I never would have met otherwise. Even if it's something that you don't think you'll be super interested in, you can just sign up to a few on sign up day, go to their first couple of meetups and just see what it's all about, and it may actually intrigue you and interest you more than you initially thought. So when I was studying in America last semester, I joined up to a fashion club and I also joined up to an equestrian club, and I was like, I don't know how this is gonna go. I made a few really awesome friends that I definitely would not have met otherwise if it wasn't for those clubs. So don't be that kid who's too cool or whatever to actually join clubs, because you know, it can be totally worth it in terms of making friends and just getting out there, getting out of your comfort zone and trying new things is what college is all about. Plus, another little side note to add on that one is employers love to see that you've done all these things, you've joined all these clubs, and you're actually involved in campus life outside of just your classes. And also, you know, this means you're going to meet a whole lot more people and have more networks, which is a win-win, pretty much. Get organized and work hard. University isn't just a repeat of high school, it really is entirely different. So you really have to learn how you can do things, how your professors want you to write your assignments, and every professor is different, so I've found that it's kind of varied depending on each class. But yeah, you really have to learn how things work in university. Work hard, play hard. You want to play hard as well and have a great time, but at the end of the day, you are there to get good grades and to get your degree. So you've definitely got to get ready to knuckle down and study like you never have before. University is going to challenge the way you think, help you learn and change your beliefs, but all these things are going to take a whole lot of hours that you've got to put in as well. But you really do get out what you put in. It's a bit of a cheesy one, but it's let your parents be there for you. So when I first went to university, I was so keen, like so keen to get some time away from my parents, to move out. But you have to remember, you leaving home is a process for your parents as well. So when they come and drop you off to uni, your first dorm, you're all really excited, just let them embarrass you, like just let them do their thing. Let your dad like awkwardly make conversation to your roommate, and let your mum make your bed. You'll realize how much you miss and love them when you do leave home. So you know, don't forget to call them time to time and just realize that it's not lame to want to talk to your parents. Okay, so this next one I have struggled a lot with, not only in university but just in life in general, I suppose. Something that I still struggle with on the daily pretty much, but I am learning to come to terms with it and realize that it's not always a bad thing. So one of the biggest pieces of advice I can give you guys, and I wish that I had someone to tell me this when I was a first year uni student, is that feeling lost isn't a bad thing. So I was feeling kind of lost back then, I'm feeling lost now. I just want you guys to know that it's okay to feel lost and you don't have to have it all figured out. When you go into university, there's so much pressure on you instantly to know what you want to do. When people ask you, what do you want to be? What are you studying? What's your major? It's like you have to know all these answers when you haven't even got to experiment and try the different things out, try different classes, do any of these actual real life jobs and see, you know, what you actually enjoy. So just don't feel pressure to have these answers right from the get-go. I mean, you might go into university thinking, I'm going to study marine biology, I want to be a marine biologist, and you might start taking some of the papers and realize that you kind of really don't like it. Some people have a very set idea of what they want to do, but if you don't, that is totally okay. And if you go in thinking you want to do one thing and you end up coming out with a different degree or wanting to try something else out or realizing that it's not for you, then that is totally fine as well. Even though you do learn a lot about yourself during college, people kind of think that you're gonna find yourself and like you're gonna figure out exactly who you are and what you want to be and what career you want. And for some people that may be the case, but for me, I'm still figuring out what I want to do. I'm still trying to decide what type of work I want to get into and, you know, where I want to live, what I want to do, my whole life and everything. So this is something that I've kind of recently come to the realization that this is something that's very fluid, and you're going to be learning more about yourself every single day and discovering new things that you like along your whole entire life. So just try to take a bit of this pressure off yourself and know that university is the time to try new things, try different papers, try things you thought you may not be interested in, and you might find a newfound passion. Also, the other thing is that you don't really need to decide your major by first year at all. You can decide in second year, so just don't be too like caught up on that. Just don't be pressured to make a hasty decision about your career or your major, because you have plenty of time to figure all of this out. It is totally normal to compare yourself to others, but you've just got to remember that it's not a race, and you know, your journey is a beautiful one. No matter what stage you're at with it, just look back and look how great you are and look how far you've come. Making real friends takes time. I feel like nowadays with social media and everything like that, people's college experiences are very glorified. It looks like they're having the best time. It looks like people are making friends right off the bat, and you know, people are just surrounded by all these massive friend groups, but really, you know, someone's Instagram might just be of this girl that they've just met at a party. They maybe have one class together. I don't know, people just make things look so much more than what they really are online. So don't worry if it takes you a while to find your place at your university. Just know that it's not always that easy for everyone, but you know, within time you will discover the people that you want to surround yourself with and spend more time with. Your friend groups will change a lot, and just know that that's okay. It's really funny because this happens to so many people. Like your first day or your first week of university, you'll be so excited, you'll want to make friends with everyone, and then you'll meet this girl and then you think that like you guys totally hit it off and you're like BFFs straight away, but then down the line, like 6 weeks later, you bump into each other and you'll be like, oh, why was I friends with them again? Like, people just drift apart, and it's not that you don't like those old friends or anything like that. It's just something that naturally happens. You get closer with some people and others you just don't see as often, and it's just how it is. So you will totally find your place, so don't stress on that one too much. College is about making mistakes. You will miss your 8 AM lecture. You will have meltdowns. Trust me, more than one. You will fail. You will probably set the fire alarm off at some point. But you will get back up. You'll find a newfound love for coffee. You will learn to be more resilient. You'll come back stronger and work harder. You will learn how to cook, and you will overall become a better person. So don't worry about making mistakes, because it's what helps you to ultimately grow. And you know, you'll learn things like maybe taking 5 tequila shots the night before your final is not a great idea. But then again, one of the best grades I got was after a night of drinking, and then other times I study so freaking hard for a test and then I get like a C. So that one is still a bit unclear to me on if that's actually a bad idea or not, but for the most part, yeah, don't do it. So just remember that college isn't just about learning in the classroom, but learning in life too. Okay, so the last thing that people don't really tell you is to have fun. So these 3, 4, 5 or so years of your life are gonna literally go by in a flash. Like, I have no idea where the last 3 years have gone, honestly. So you really just want to make the most of it. Yes, do study hard, get enough sleep, have your veggies, have your vitamins, but at the same time, don't forget to have fun and enjoy yourself. And although it can get really stressful at times with classes, kind of just try to look at things from the bigger perspective, and you've got to just decide what you really want to get out of your experience and make it the best possible one it can be. Don't be afraid to skip class once in a while and go on some fun adventures with your friends, or try something new, explore a new part of the city that you haven't seen before. Just really make the most of your time. Okay, so that about sums up all the things that I really wish I knew coming into university. I hope you guys have learned a thing or two. Let me know in the comments below if you did like this video. So I hope you guys did enjoy this, and I will see you all next week. Bye!